Okay, welcome back, Year 6. Mental maths test. So we're going to go straight into it, all right? So get your pen or pencil ready. Give you 10 to 15 seconds on each question. If you are still working out an answer and I've moved on, move on with me, all right? Don't try and play catch-up. You're not going to have long to do any workings out, so as much as you can, try and do them in your head, okay? We're going to start in 10 seconds. So, question 1 is write in figures the number 58,397. Write in figures the number 58,397. Question 2. Add together 64 and 85. So add together 64 and 85. Question 3. What is the product of 30 and 8? What is the product of 30 and 8? Question 4. Subtract 59 minutes from 2.5 hours. Subtract 59 minutes from 2.5 hours. Question 4. Round 24.62 to the nearest whole number. So round 24.62 to the nearest whole number. Question 6. How many minutes are there in 3 hours and 39 minutes? How many minutes are there in 3 hours, 39 minutes? Okay, question 7. Think about your 8 times table. I'm going to tell you the answer. You're going to write down the question. So if I said the answer was 80, you'd write down 10 multiplied by 8. Okay, so question 7, the answer is 64. What's the question? The answer is 64. What's the question? Okay, question 8, still on your 8 times table, but this time the answer is 48. What's the question? So this time the answer is 48. What's the question? Question 9. Add together 38, 57, and 60. Add those 3 numbers together. Question 10. Write down 2 multiples of 30 between 300 and 400. So write down 2 multiples of 30 between 300 and 400. Question 11, this is just a yes or a no. Is 7 a factor of 30? So is the number 7 a factor of 30? And question 12, I'd like you to split the amount £36.90 equally between 3 people. So split £36.90 equally between 3 people. Okay then. So give you 10 seconds to get ready and then we'll go through the answers. Some of those questions, 1 or 2, you might not have. I'm trying to think if there's any you haven't done. Maybe there's not. However, some of those were quite challenging, all right? So a score I would say of 8 and above is really good today. So question 1, I asked you to write 58,397 in figures. So that's what it looks like. Question 2, adding together 64 and 85 gave you 149. The product of 30 and 8, product means multiply. So in my head I would have done 3 8s are 24, but I've made my 3 10 times bigger, so my answer needs to be 10 times bigger as well. So 240. Question 4, subtract 59 minutes from 2.5 hours. Well, a couple of ways of doing this. The easiest way, I think, is 60 minutes is an hour, so take off an hour and then add on 1 minute. So if I take off an hour, I'm at 1.5 hours. Add on the minute, I'm at 1 hour, 31 minutes. So you could have written it like that, or you could have written it just in minutes, which is 91. Either way is correct. Question 5, round 24.62 to the nearest whole number. So I look at my tenths, and that tells me I need to round up. So my answer is 25. Question 6, how many minutes are there in 3 hours and 39 minutes? Well, 3 hours is 180 minutes. And I need to also add on the 39. I would have added on 40 and then taken away 1. So my answer is 219 minutes. Question 7, the answer was 64, so my question is 8 times 8. Question 8, my answer was 48. So what's my answer there? 6 multiplied by 8. Question 9, add together 38, 57 and 60. So if I add my tens together, I get these 3 numbers here. 60 add 50 is 110, add 30 is 140, add on the 8, 148, add on the 7, 155. Question 10, 2 multiples of 30 in between 300 and 400. Well, counting up in 30s, I know that 30 times 10 is 300. So if I count on, I get 330, I get 360, I get 390. Whoa, sorry about that. I get 390, and then I'm over 400. So the only 3 possible answers are those 3. So 2 of those, give yourself a mark. Well done. Is 7 a factor of 30? The answer is no. How do I know? A couple of ways of thinking about it. If you count on in 7s, you don't land on 30. Or if you divide 30 by 7, you don't get a whole number answer. But if you put no, give yourself a mark. And then the last one, I asked you to split £36.90 between 3 people. Well, if you split £36 between 3 people, they all get £12. If you split the 90p equally between 3 people, they all get 30p. So the answer is £12.30. So there's your answers. And like I said, it was quite a challenge today. So yeah, anything 8 and above is superb. So well done, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.